Okay, wanted to show you all this tire pump that I had shown you in action. I'll actually just link that into this video because it's a it might be a short. I can't remember, but this is obviously the Kobalt tire inflator, and it's proven to be a pretty good little workhorse. What I'm concerned about with these things is the balance between performance and price and size to some extent. This is nice and small. If you have a Kobalt battery, this one comes with the impact wrench and the circular saw. The non-XTR one comes with this in the kit, and this is 96 watts. So this is about twice as much battery. This has got 12 18,600 lithium batteries in it, this little pack. And so it actually has about twice the amount of power of any rechargeable that I've seen for tire inflators. So that is I have a problem, and my problem is I have a trailer that has 4 wheels, and they all take 110 pounds of pressure, PSI. This will do up to 120, so it gets there. The real question is, how long will it last going that high? My truck, I normally run 50 to 60 pounds, so less if I'm not towing, maybe 45 to 50, just to improve the ride, because load range E tires are not really comfy for driving around town, as we all know. Have 3/4 ton or 1 ton trucks or bigger. But this is a really good combo so far. Then you also need to have your tire gauge, and this is a particularly good one, the Jayco tire gauge. It is very, very accurate, and it has you can release pressure right there. It's very rugged. It does take a battery, but it's totally worth having that. Versus these are really good. These are a better deal than the mechanical ones. Although if you really just want to leave it and forget it, maybe you get the mechanical ones. But I like that you can twist this around. Now, you don't necessarily need this along with this, but it's much easier just to go check your tire pressure before you hook this up. This is amazingly accurate for the tire. You just hook up, your little, and by the way, this is down, so to lock it, which is much more ergonomic, I guess, to use. So I like that. You put it on, lock it down, and you turn it on. Let's go ahead and put the battery on it. You turn it on right here, and then you just set your pressure, to what you want, and then or down, whatever. And then you just hit run, and it goes. So so far this thing is it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't know why I have to get it to reset there. You heard it run. It works fine. So, and this shows you the battery is 2/3 full. I used it to air up 2 tires, so it wasn't exactly a heavy work. But the main thing with these, I've burned up many of them. Not this one. I've burned up other brands, like off brands. The good thing about this, I believe it has a 5-year warranty, and it also shuts off automatically when you have it hooked up and you forget to take the battery off. So from non-use, you just press the power button to turn it back on. That's important too, because we've all run batteries dead because we left something on. Even just a little LED light will run a 96 watt battery dead over a week. So, we'll see how this thing holds up. I suppose this is for wrapping. Yeah, this is a little, it goes over the handle and clips in there. So that's nice too, that has a spot for a spot for the hose. It makes it nice and compact and gets it out of the way. You can leave the battery on it without having to worry about running it dead. If it gets turned on because it leans up against something, it'll shut off after 3 minutes. I always make sure my batteries are charged because, as you may see from my other videos, I like to run with a very small toolkit, and the one of the key components of that toolkit is the impact wrench, and so you must have at least one fully charged battery to run that. So I would bring both of my 4-amp batteries if I was going to potentially be going a long ways, and may need one for the tire pump and one for the battery. I also have the 150-watt charger for this battery in the truck, and I have a little 300-watt inverter, those are really cheap. A pure sine, it was less than $50. You can find them. Ask me in the comments if you don't know where to look. It's Amazon somewhere, probably. It varies, but anyways, I do really like this, and I will cut in the video of this actually performing right here, I hope, and you can take a look and see how it works. I took the tire from, I'm drawing from memory here, this is a while ago, but I took the tire from, I believe, 41 pounds to 49 pounds in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. So that's pretty good for a little pump. And that's a higher pressure. That's higher than a lot of people run at all. So if this holds up, it'll be great. If it doesn't, I will try to return it. And I've heard that Lowe's is pretty good about taking back Kobalt stuff. I think it only has a 5-year warranty, but if it burns up, you could probably convince them to take it back anyways. And I like that it has little tools back here too. That's nice. And then you just, when I told you before, you set the pressure and you just hit run and it stops. So what I do recommend is set the pressure like 4 pounds above where you want to be, because once you stop this thing, you'll see it drops down like 2 to 3 pounds. So just set the pressure to start with like 2 or 3 pounds above what you want. So if you want 40, put it at 43 or 44, and then it'll probably stop. And once it settles, it'll be right at the right pressure. So anyways, I can't really think of anything else about this particular tool that I love or don't like. I will only don't like it if it dies on me, if I burn it up. So, and the real test of that will be when all 8 of the tires that I have to keep, especially at the optimal pressure when towing heavy, need to be topped off or blown up, or blowing several tires up from 0 to full. I'm sure it'll get hot and shut off at some point, especially at those higher pressures. So you have to let it cool down. But if you guys know how long it'll air a tire up at over 35 PSI before it shuts off, throw it in the comments. Do everybody a solid. But I will talk to you all later, and I hope you're all having a great day and week and month.